Hey everyone, this is Ed from Tech Talk. Today's video, I'm going to show you really quick how to take and create a multiple bootable disk that will boot either any one of these. But the variable is what your computer can actually boot. So if you're like me and you have an older iMac, you are not going to be booting anything above HIghe Sierra. So anything HIghe Sierra and below. But with that being said, stick around because I'm going to show you there's a significant difference. A lot of people, when they install these, they show you HIghe Sierra, but they don't show you how to do the Capitan. And you'll notice the codes are a little bit different. That's because this is going to be a DMG. This is actually an installer. And what do I mean by installer? When you click on HIghe Sierra, it's going to open up the App Store. And you're going to see Get App, which it then will download it. And when it downloads it, it will actually download it right into your applications folder. So if you click over here, you'll see it right here. But if you run this, if you try to run this from here, it's going to actually run the application and try to install it on your system. You don't want to do that. When it's done downloading, it's going to open like this. Just come right down here, right click and quit. That's it. And then I'll show you what you need to do with that. So if you're doing El Capitan, that's going to be a different type of installer. It's going to be a DMG. So if you click El Capitan, it's going to go up here and you're going to see install Mac OS X.dmg. It's not even going to say the name, which is kind of confusing. So if you have multiple install Mac OS X on your computer, it's going to get confusing unless you rename them. But anyways, so let's go into disk utility. Let me show you how to prepare this drive to accept this installer. So click on the search, the Spotlight search, and go ahead and type in disk utility. And when it starts opening, double click it, and you'll see that I have all of these volumes. So if you open this up and you have a bunch of different volumes, even if they're NTFS, I don't care what they are, you're going to click up here, not down here on the volumes, you're going to click up here. If you do not see this, go up here to View, and then click Show All Devices, and then you'll see this. You're going to hit Erase, and then you're going to select Mac OS X Extended, and then GUID Partition, and then just hit Erase. You're probably going to see multiple times, especially if you have multiple partitions, you may see it pop up saying, do you want to create a time machine? Just go ahead and click no. But if you are ever interested in learning how to do a time machine creation, just leave me a comment below and I'll be more than happy to help you. So go ahead and click don't use, click done. So now we're going to click right up here, and now we're going to partition this. So the partition's pretty easy to do. If you have, so I have 500 gigabytes. If I wanted to create two partitions, I would just click this once, and now I have two. If I wanted to name this, select this one, I can name this anything I want, and I can also resize it by doing this. So if you wanted to, you could just click this as many times as you want to create as many partitions as you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave this untitled, and you can create how many partitions you want, and I'll just go ahead and drag this out a little bit, and I'm going to just go ahead and select this and this, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead, and you can click in here, like click here, and you can just say, like say you only want a 20 gigabyte. Go ahead and click that, and it's going to set you a 20 gigabyte there. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit apply and go ahead and hit partition. And it'll take a little bit. It should run completely on its own. If it gets stuck on asking you for the time machine, just go ahead and skip it. And then when it gets to the point at the end, you're going to just click done. But I'm going to pause it until it's done. This is the don't use. So I'm going to go ahead and hit don't use. I help it out usually. It will at some point just click don't use on its own and continue. but I just usually click don't use, and I'll be right back when it's done. As you can see, we're completely done. So because I'm going to start with the Capitan, I'm going to just copy the my volume right here. And I'm going to go copy, and I'm going to come right over here, and I'm going to click on the very first untitled, and I'm going to go ahead and click right here, and I'm going to right click and paste the name right there. You could just remove it and type it yourself. I'm being kind of lazy. So as you saw, I went over here and I downloaded the Capitan, and I'm going to go ahead and extract this. And then I'm going to go ahead and double click this. I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to hit continue again. So now this is where I'm going to change the installer location. So what we need to do is, so my applications folder is here that I'm targeting. So we're going to target the applications folder of the computer. So what I want to do is, I'm going to close this. I'll just show you real quick. I'm aiming for this, where this installer is. So it's on my, this is typically your installed drive, the top one here. I could just as easily put it on this one as well, but I'm just going to go with the EW. I know that's my drive. So I'm going to go back into here. I'll double click this again. I'll double click this. I'm going to hit install. Actually, let me go hit close. Let me double click this again. Continue, continue. Change the install location. I'm going to select my EDW here, and I'm going to hit continue, and then I'm going to hit install. Now it's going to ask you for your password. And then it's going to just run through. I'll let it run in its entirety so that you can see exactly what it does. This is not actually installing it into your computer. It's just really, it's a drama queen type of extraction. Instead of just letting us unzip it into that folder, it's sending the installer into the folder. So realistically, if you just save this install OS X or this install Mac OS X.dmg somewhere, you should be able to do this even from outside of Windows using a terminal. Someday when I get a good recording software, I'll show you how to do that. But I'll pause this until it's, well, actually, I'm just going to let it go. I said I was going to let it run. I know it's going to be a little bit longer, but I want you to be able to see exactly what it's going to do. And I encourage everybody to really just watch the whole thing before you go trying things. Even though this is really easy, it's a simple process. So, well, because it's gonna take a little bit, I'm just gonna pause it until an important part comes up. Just think, we're pretty close to being done already. I mean, to be honest with you, we're literally going to open up a terminal when this is done, and we're gonna run this script, and that's it. That's hot. I mean, it's a simple thing, but I like to show people because it doesn't tell you that. It doesn't tell you that you have to unextract that. It doesn't tell you where you're supposed to extract it from. So if you don't extract that to the applications folder, this baby is not going to work for you. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. Okay, whew, we're finally to the complicated part. Now you have to click close. I know, such a complex application. All right, we're going to click close here, and you are now seeing the install OS X Capitan on here. So if you double click this baby, it's going to do the same thing. Oh no, that's right, I forgot, because this is what I mean by some of these applications are too old to be run on here. And so I'm just going to hit quit. So this is where this beautiful thing comes into play. We're going to copy this. Now remember, I already named the hard drive, my volume. So it's going to be looking for my volume to install this on. So that's why I did that. Now you could have named this El Capitan, and then but you would have to remove this after you paste it. And I think it's just as easy to name the volume my volume, because it's going to change the name when it's done anyway. So now you're going to open up terminal. So that means just go up here to the search again and just type in terminal. And I already have it open, so I'm not going to click on it, but I'm going to go here. And now I'm just going to go ahead and do Command V and paste that, and I should be ready to go, and it should be asking me for my password, which it is. Type it in. Hit enter. It should ask me to say yes. Do you wish to continue? Click yes. If you get an error not found or whatever, you did something wrong. But you should get a Y. Go ahead and hit yes, and then it's just going to go ahead and go through. I'll go ahead and pause it, but it's just going to run on its own. It doesn't need your help any further from here on in. So now we're at the copy and installer of the file, and it's actually installing it or copying it to the actual hard drive that we created, the volume that we created. And when I'm done with this, I'll show you that I'm going to do the same thing with the HIghe Sierra. Oh, and that is completely done there. So just to start it fresh, I'm going to go ahead and open up a new terminal, and we're going to go ahead and copy the HIghe Sierra. So this is assuming that you went in here and you went here and you titled this my volume again. So I'm going to type it this time. It's case sensitive, so it's one reason why I copy and paste a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and because this is already downloaded, and like I said, you just got to go here, you click the HIghe Sierra, you click get, and it's going to install right into the applications folder where I showed you. And so now we're just going to go ahead and do Control V. We're going to go ahead and hit enter because I already renamed the volume. Remember, you got to name the volume in here in the disk utility, and we're aiming for my volume. Notice this one changed name, so I'm going to go ahead and hit enter, and then the password again. I'm going to go ahead and type yes here and hit enter, and it's going to do the same exact thing. And I'll come back as soon as it's done. Just in case you see this, click don't use anytime you get that, so just go ahead and do that, and it should start copying. It's copying the installer now. You can see it's complete, so go ahead and just hit close out, and now we can go back into disk utility, and you're going to see that these both are showing the El Capitan and HIghe Sierra. So that's pretty much how you create a bootable disk or a multi-boot disk. And if you wanted to boot from any one of these or install any one of these, you reboot the Mac computer, hold down the Option key, and it will show both of these installers. So if you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. If you have any trouble, please don't hesitate to ask. All right, thank you. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And please consider hitting that thumbs up at least. All right, thank you.